Utkatasana. I'm going to give you guys 3 ways to try it. The first way is where we drop the bum behind us, drop the head, and reach the arms up, and deeply squat the legs. To exhale, bend the knees, tuck the chin, and forward bend. Now that way, we have the bottom way behind us and the head way back. The second way here, we try to maintain Samastitihi and try to stay as straight as possible, simply dropping the tailbone straight down, slightly tucking it to, again, forward bend with straight legs. The third way we can try it is if we reach out on the diagonal and we reach the arms way up over us, away from the tailbone. We can even tuck the chin and look at the navel drishti, or look up at the thumbs and forward bend. Looking at it again, you can see that the first position is really a back bend. Because the chest is lifted so much, the head goes all the way back to look at the thumbs. Now this way would be useful if you're trying to open up your chest. Now, maintaining Samastitihi integrity and simply bending the knees and letting the head go back only with a gentle lift of the chest would be more helpful for protecting your neck. And the third way is going to be very uddhiyana bandha based, with a massive hollow of the tailbone, navel. So everything's being sucked up through the navel. The ribs are in, the tailbone's under, and the navel shoots up. Now notice in Utkatasana there's this counter posture. Here I am in the first position with the head way back. And because my head is back, my drishti is at my angustama, my thumbs. Now look at my chin, it tucks all the way back into the kneecaps. Now this counter posture is integral to the practice. Again, if I'm maintaining Samastitihi, I'm maintaining a straight spine. There's no bend at all. I'm trying not to bend. And again, my chin tucks because my head was last back. Now, if you change your drishti, your gazing point in Utkatasana, say to this third position, where I'm looking down at my navel, I'm tucking the chin. So when I tuck my chin, I'm able to catch the pelvic floor, the ribs in, and do more hollowing with the navel back. Again, my chin tucks to forward bend. Utkatasana is about building the fire in your legs, squatting. You could even practice Utkatasana with the legs separated. However, keeping the knees, toes, and ankles touching zips the inner lining of the thighs and turns the pelvic floor on. Notice when you squeeze your legs together and drop your tailbone, the arches of the feet turn on, and then there's electricity up from Mula Bandha. That's the root lock. So Utkatasana is a feeling of the sensation from the roots of the legs all the way up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, and there's a hollow lifting. All of this lifting up through the pelvic floor keeps the pelvic floor strong. And as Utkatasana is the first position in Surya Namaskara B. It's also a friend of Pashasana, the noose posture, the first posture of intermediate series. So the lower you drop your hips and drop down into the root of the spine, the more investigation you're going to feel of what's coming, such as Pashasana and Urdhva When we do back bends, we keep the heels down and heavy, just like we would in Utkatasana. And we're really drawing the shin bones forward in Utkatasana. So I'm really pressing down into the feet and going forward into my shins while keeping the pelvic floor turned on. The first position of Surya Namaskara be Utkatasana is Yekam inhale, and then to forward bend exhale. Then we inhale the head up, you can keep the hands flat or up on your fingertips, jump back. Utkatasana, the thigh bones drop as you sink down into your heels and lift your chest. As you forward bend, now when we come to do the next position, Trini inhale head up, or Ashto inhale up, as long as the hands are flat, we can press up into a handstand and then lower into chaturanga. Or we can take bakasana, lift ourselves up into a crow pose, or we can just do any little bit to get this uplifted sensation by leaning forward, and then again, writhing down in chaturanga softly. Here we can see I'm hollowing my belly, I'm dropping into my heels, I'm lifting and my chest and looking at my thumbs to exhale, forward bend. Now inhale, come up, You can do anything you want, as I'm suggesting. You can come up with straight legs if you want, lifting and squeezing the legs together, pressing through the arms to lower them, back down to Chaturanga. To upward dog inhale, to exhale, downward facing dog. Utkatasana is going to be one of the main postures that helps you build strength and stability in your legs. Finding freedom in the ankles as well, plantar flexion. We see that there's a really strong sensation of activity in the feet, and that in turn builds the internal lift through the base of the spine, the pelvic floor. When we do Utkatasana often with a deep squat, we are getting the body ready for all of those postures such as back bending, Pashasana, and Virabhadrasana, where we deeply bend the front leg into warrior pose. But this foundation of your strong, deep squat will give you lots of stability and freedom for years to come.